Hi, friend, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole, and I'm so glad that you could join me today. Today, the new gameplay trailer for The Sims Pack Royalty and Legacy just came out. I wanted to be able to watch it with you and kind of go through some of the new stuff that we're going to be introduced to. Before we get into that, I do kind of want to go over some of the stuff that we already know. Probably the biggest thing about this pack, or the thing that they're focusing on the most, is the career, the nobility career. And in this career, it's going to be an active career, so you can physically do it with your sim, but you can only start it with your sim. They have to be a teen. So that just means your sim can't pursue the nobility career until they are a teen. We also know that royalty can side with commoners or they can side with other nobles. And my understanding is that depending on who they side with, there will be different game outcomes. So neither one is necessarily better than the other. There are also these really cool things that they call them power shifts. And what that means is that it can alter who rules and who gets overturned. One of them being, and probably the one I'm most excited to play, is Kissing the Frog. I'll be very interested to see, if you truly do get your Prince Charming out of it, or if it just becomes a scandal and then, you're doomed to give up your throne. After you've reached level 10 of the nobility career, you can then claim an heir who's going to take over your dynasty. Something else that's going to be interesting is the raising and lowering of taxes, because yes, it will affect your sim and how much money they make in the nobility career, but it's also going to affect every household in that world. So if your ruler wants you to have high taxes, every household is going to then have higher taxes that they have to pay. And depending on how high the taxes are, that's going to obviously affect the noble's likability. And something else and something else that is just really exciting is that the land grabs and the goths are going to be given their own dynasties, but this is only going to occur in new save files. Something I think we've all been waiting for is that Johnny Zest is also now going to be a part of the land grab family. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of gameplay you can do with that now that Johnny Zest is officially part of the land grab family. We've all known this, like through research and like just playing The Sims through years. We've always known that he is. So it'll be interesting to see that actually unfold in the game. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about before we jump right into the trailer. But there are so many ways to force a ruling sim to abdicate. You can pressure them, you can seduce them, and then you can extort them. So, those are also just really interesting gameplay features that we've learned about. So, I'm going to stop running my mouth and we're going to jump right into the new trailer. I've moved my head out of the way. I hope you can see it all right. And I've also adjusted the volume in my recording app. So fingers crossed you guys can hear it okay. But let's get right into it.
Dynasties are here. This is about legacy, your family identity, your ideals, your crest, all carried on long
Okay,
after
that's good.
you kick the bucket.
Kick the bucket.
A dynasty might be a whole family of nobles, or mysterious icons,
The goss.
or
That's the
wealthy
goss.
entrepreneurs.
Land grabs.
But let's back up a bit and talk about how you can start a dynasty.
Okay.
As the founder and head of a dynasty,
There's
you
10
get to
slots.
make all the big decisions.
10.
Choosing the family crest, enforcing the family values, and even inviting your favorite family members from other households to join.
Yeah.
There are two measures of a successful dynasty: unity, meaning how well dynasty members get along, and prestige, which is earned by living by your values, or lost by going against them.
Okay.
Naming your heir ensures your dynasty will carry on, though your cool auntie is probably too busy to accept. Maybe choose somebody who actually wants the position.
Yes.
There you go. Individual actions may only have a small impact on prestige, but every little bit helps. And prestige equals perks. Like getting a tutor or faster promotions at work. Everyone say Nepo
Nepotism.
baby.
Nepo baby.
Or even making alliances easier. Since prestige receives a boost from forging connections with other dynasties
Okay.
too. Even when you find yourself facing off against a rival dynasty, there's an opportunity to come out ahead. Oh, nice one. But there's also a risk to your personal rank if you hurt prestige. And if it drops low enough, someone could challenge you for leadership.
Yep.
But hey, if you're not happy being part of a certain dynasty, you can go start a new one. Just make sure you choose family members who will help you gain
The
prestige
world is beautiful.
instead
That's
of
really
losing.
great.
Uh-oh, that secret affair better not come to light. It's important to ensure no one
Secret
discovers your
affair.
dirty laundry. Because with devious conspirators about, every one of your family's indiscretions is a potential scandal waiting to break.
Oh no.
Take advantage of the situation by leveraging your new knowledge. Use it to form a trusted bond as a close, loyal confidant. Or extort them for power or simoleons, whichever. Oof, that will hurt prestige quite a bit. You can try and do damage control by declaring the troublesome dynasty member the outcast. But the effects of a scandal may last a while. Maybe it would have been better to stay in your original dynasty? But the choice is yours. Just sim it and see. Now you just have to decide if you want the crown. Ooh, shiny.
I want the jewels. Give me the jewels. February 12th, everybody. Awesome. So, I feel like a lot of that stuff we kind of already knew. It definitely did go into a lot more about what the family tree would look like, and it also talked about the prestige and unity. And to me, that kind of seems like it's always going to be moving, like it's never just going to be set at a certain level. I think day to day, it's probably going to be up and down. And I do want to go back through and kind of just look at some things that kind of popped out. I won't make you guys watch the whole thing again, but I will pause at the things that I think are going to be interesting to talk about. So, this is the family tree, and what I'm thinking is I think these golden shield designs, I think this means they are royal blood. So maybe the ones without it don't have that bloodline. And the star above this sim right here is most likely because she is the heir to the throne. This is her writing royal mail, so responding to commoners, I'm assuming. This is the goss. So they're showing the goss. Oh my god, look at that dress and these dresses. Oh, very excited to play. Oh, and this like black plant pot in the background. That's really nice too. But yeah, the goss are finally a dynasty. And there are the land grabs, officially a dynasty. But did you notice? Let's go back for a second. Who is this in the background? I wonder who that could be. And then, so this is them just showing us what it's going to look like when you create your dynasty. These are the things that you're most likely going to want to enforce. So skills, these are the good things that your dynasty would do. So this is cool. This is the Sims team wanting us to see how it's going to work when you create your dynasty. So you're going to give it a name, you're going to give it a family crest, and then these are the members. Looks like there's going to be 10 members. So you can have 10 members in your dynasty. Something else I'm assuming is that everyone in your dynasty is most likely going to be in the nobility career, they just don't have to rise to level 10 because level 10 means that you're the ruler. But if you have 10 members in your dynasty, they're probably going to be in the career at some level. I don't know how the alliance thing is going to work. So this is one of the perks, easier alliances, and that's if you have a higher unity within your dynasty. So yeah, I don't really know how that's going to work in gameplay. So this is the potential scandal. So if someone figures out that you have a child with someone that isn't part of the dynasty, I think that's where you're going to get the scandal, and then you can be forced out of your crown. And it looks like it's going to be in your notepad, which I don't think I ever open. So this will be a reason to open. But so all it's saying is that the Sim's spouse doesn't know that she has a child. There is 3 days remaining. The impact is going to be major. So that most likely means that they're going to lose their title. Hopefully, I've gone through the trailer and really picked out some of the stuff that needed to be highlighted. It's it's honestly it's a lot of the same stuff we already knew from watching the nobility pack. I think the difference is you can use the dynasty piece of the pack without the nobility part of the pack. This is a big pack. This is going to be a lot to explore. And of course, I'm excited to. The Sims is my favorite game. I know I talked a lot about nobility and dynasty in this video, but that's just because the two features of the pack are going to blend so well together. The reason for this dynasty trailer, I believe, is that the Sims team wanted to show that even if you don't want to have a kingdom, you can still use the pack in your day to day play. This pack is very versatile, and I believe it can be used in almost everyday gameplay. The part I'm most excited about is all like the fairy tale aspects of it and how you can really just, you can play the story of finding your Prince Charming, wearing a glass slipper like Cinderella. That's just personally what I'm most excited about. But with that being said, I am also very appreciative that this just isn't a one time use kind of pack. It's going to be something, like I said, you can use even after you've gone through the whole kingdom aspect of it. You can then go ahead and, like, with the Goths and the land grabs, they are dynasties, not nobility. So you still will continue to use the pack in the future. I hope all of that made sense. I am definitely blending like the first trailer that they released and this trailer that they're releasing, like in my mind they are blended. And I think that's to be expected. I mean, it's the same pack. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I love hanging out with you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.